Okay, thank you guys for joining me. Looks like we've got quite a few people on this call, the final one of the afternoon. So, thanks to the West Coast people for getting up early to be on the call. Um, this new platform for Footnet has been um, something that's been in the works now, as most of you know, for quite a while. And you know, the goal here really is to migrate from a version of the current Footnet that is clearly somewhat archaic and very difficult to navigate, and somewhat unuser-friendly, into a new platform that is easy to navigate, and more importantly for us here at corporate, much easier to maintain from a content perspective. So what we're going to do this morning is just go through the look of the new InfoNet platform, talk about some of the functionality. I want to explain the menus and the features of the menus and how they're used, the calendar, and of course the corporate news and announcements section, and then take any questions you might have at the end of the presentation. And I want to start off by just saying that this site is a work in progress and will remain a work in progress for the foreseeable future. And with that having been said, I want everyone to know that the current version of the Footnet is not going anywhere. We're not taking it down, we're not moving it, we're not changing it. You will still retain the same level of access that you have always had to it for the foreseeable future. But we will be slowly and methodically migrating content and information from that site to this platform, which is a new version. Clearly the look is quite different, the navigation is quite different, and before we get too far into that, I want to just talk for a minute about gaining access to the Footnet from your respective locations. When you log on to the Footnet for the first time from your computer, whether it's at your store or your laptop or your tablet or whatever you happen to be using, you're going to want to enter into your URL line up here the URL footnet.solutions. You don't even have to enter any wwws or HTTPs. You can simply enter footnet.solutions and you will be taken to a screen where you will be asked to register for user credentials. I cannot show you that screen from where we are here, but when you log on for the first time later today or this weekend, when you have some time to sit down and review the new platform, you will see what I mean. All you're going to want to do is right under where it's going to ask you to enter your credentials, it's going to tell you to register for an account. What you're going to do is go through that process, and it's a very simple process of simply entering a preferred username and password, and when you hit the submit button, your request will be sent corporate, and we will actually have to confirm you as a user before you will get access. So for those of you who get started this afternoon between now and probably 4:30 or so and have registrations in, you most likely will have access by the weekend. For everyone else, please understand that it is a work in progress, and we will probably not be able to approve or confirm your registration until Monday. But we do want to get everyone in, we do want to get everyone on the platform for two reasons. The first reason is clearly we want you to start becoming familiar with how it works, and what is where, and what has been placed where. And then the second thing that we really are looking for, and we really do encourage you to do, is as we continue to build out this platform, take a few minutes to note anything that could improve it for you, so that we can have the feedback we need as we continue to develop the site to work in your best interest. We want to have your comments and concerns readily available so that we can make every effort to accommodate them. We continue to finish it up. As of right now, you will find that there is not a huge amount of content compared to the current Footnet. And that is not on purpose, but surely a matter of fact that this will be a slow process for us. Our goal here is to put only the most relevant content into this version of the Footnet and not clog it up and fill it with outdated materials and documentation that is a hindrance to your ability to easily navigate the site. So I want to start right now on the main page, and what we're seeing here is just the news and announcements section. When I scroll down, you're going to see that the screen goes with me, and I have both on the left-hand side of my screen news, and on the right-hand side of my screen you'll see the calendar of schedules and webinars. The calendar is actually an interactive calendar, and we designed it so that at any given time you as the franchisee can log in and look 2, 3, 4, 5 months ahead to see the things that we have scheduled as far as marketing programs, upcoming events or webinars, and anything that might be important to you as the franchisee. If we just click here on March, you'll actually open up the calendar in a screen here, and we'll see what I'm talking about and what I meant by interactive. If I scroll over an event that's scheduled, I'll see some information about the event. It's possible to have much more information. In a lot of cases, we will. So, as you work through here, you'll find that you can click on an event and get some more detailed information about it. And in many cases, we'll be able to include right here on the calendar any documents that are going to pertain to that particular event. And if I'm clicking on this and nothing comes up, that simply means there's really no more information on it. This is also a really good opportunity for me to show you this nifty little button here, which is the home button. Traditionally, you would navigate to the home screen by clicking the Footnet icon, and you can still do that. But I wanted a way that was quick and convenient to get back to the home screen without a lot of fuss. So here we go again. Right here under News and Announcements, I want to take just a minute and review how this will work. Here we see a number of items that we have posted. What is important to remember is that after a certain amount of time we have predetermined, 7 to 10 days, these items will start to fall off of the News and Announcements section. And you'll actually start to find that the documentation and information related to these news pieces will then be moved into a respective category within the platform where they should be. So I'm just quickly going to click here on the first one, and we're going to go into the database and see exactly what it looks like when you click on a news announcement. And in some cases you'll have links which you can see here. In this case, these look like webinar sessions directly from this screen. And these, again, will be readily available on the home screen. And keep in mind, they will fall out after a certain amount of time and then be relocated into a respective place here under the navigation menu. I'm going to start by just going here. Our first stop on the tour is the help desk feature. We wanted a way here at corporate that we could not only evaluate your needs when they arise, but also to track them so that we can be certain that we're not letting anything slip through the cracks. Unfortunately, too often, we here at corporate get inundated with something and sidetracked, and before we know it, an item has sat in our inbox for a week or 10 days or even longer sometimes, unfortunately, before it's addressed. And we really want to try and avoid that as we continue to develop the marketing team internally and put new infrastructures in place. We're always looking for opportunities to improve how we work here from a corporate perspective, and this is an example of that. So quickly, I just want to show you that if I am a franchisee who has an item of concern, I can open a new ticket simply by clicking here. the first thing that you're going to do is tell me or tell us here at corporate what your question and or comment is related to. And based on which of these categories your question pertains to, the question will be fielded to someone here at corporate that has been designated to actually work with you and track the progress of your request. Now, some requests can be as simple as, Tracy, can you send me a phone number, or I need access to this document and I don't see it, or it can be a request for a full-on marketing campaign. So anytime you need to contact us here at corporate for something of major importance, unless it can be very quickly handled with a phone call or an email, I would encourage you to use the support ticket feature. It'll help us to be sure that we're not letting anything drop through the cracks and get by us or sit for very long of a time. So let's just assume that it's a marketing event. I'm going to enter my email address, my name, my telephone number. I'm going to give a summary here of why I'm contacting corporate. And then in this space here below, you have more than enough room to let us know as much or as little about your question or circumstance as you may feel necessary. In addition to that, you also, once you've submitted and created your ticket, you also have the ability to come back to the Footnet help desk and check the status of that ticket. Because I don't want to navigate away from the page I'm on, I'm not going to take us there. But when you use this for the first time, you'll see that it very clearly and easily will tell you who has your request at a given time, who in the company. It'll give you their contact information, so you'll have it readily available. So you never have to wonder, who's working on my marketing campaign? Has that order been placed? Am I awaiting the arrival of something? Has my request been assigned or addressed by using this status menu? So I'm going to navigate away from this now, and we're going to go back to the home page. Next on the stop is the marketing menu. What you'll see here is really just a nice long list of items related to the marketing department. This is where you're going to find corporate branding materials, the marketing plan, campaigns and documents related with customer retention and acquisition, television commercials and videos, anything related to the medical marketing program that you might need, anything related to web marketing, all the way down to the M2M marketing portal where you can actually gain direct access to the M2M portal from within the Footnet platform. You don't have to navigate away to go into the M2M marketing portal now and make your requests or adjust your campaigns. So we wanted to just give as much functionality as possible by integrating those things as well. I'm going to use this just as an example of how this would work. Let's assume I'm a franchisee who needs access to the Foot Solutions logo. So here I have two different versions, horizontal with tag and without. All I have to do is click on it, and right there is the graphic in EPS, PDF, JPEG format. All you got to do is right-click and download it, and you'll get it in all different formats. So that's an example of how you would navigate from within a category, a menu category. I do want to also mention that in some cases we're going to see submenus. So as we continue to move across the menu bar, in the Operations tab we see the first one indicated by the downward arrow, which is telling us that there is both a products page as well as submenus related to that particular item. So here we find an additional drop-down menu that automatically pops up that's going to give us information and news on vendor announcements, a list of all of the core products and their related information and documentation, as well as the secondary products and their information and documentation. So if you're looking for something as you navigate and start to learn this platform, be sure to look to see if there are additional menus involved, because we can click on the reports page and we will be rerouted to that page where we can see some information here. But we also have on the menu submenus associated with those menu items as well that we can navigate to, which is what this would be an example of. So anytime you see that, feel free to click on the respective page and you'll get that information as well. You really have to look in both places. Training, again, we see a drop-down menu here. This is where you're going to find information regarding POS, Retail Star, and anything accounting or administrative, including access to the Foot Solutions University. And the Exchange Board is a very interesting feature that we've included in this new platform. Essentially, the Exchange Board is a place where we can go and view by vendor and category information related to a specific item. So let's assume that I'm a franchisee who is looking for a certain pair of Fin Comfort shoes that I don't have in stock. A customer found in an ad, and I just have to get that pair of shoes for them to make them happy. I have the ability literally to go in here, post an item within this forum and say, I am looking for a pair of sandals in green with a red strap and I need it in this size. Please call me if you have it. You can post that update into the forum, and anybody who has chosen to be a member of that forum will get a notification that there is a new request within the forum itself. You don't have to join the group in order to look at the group. But if you have a pending question, it's a good idea to join the group because you will be notified by email anytime someone posts something related to your post. So again, you just click in here, leave your message, scroll down, and post the update. You also have the ability, once you've posted something, to come back later if necessary and delete that. Let's say you found that pair of green sandals with a red strap. This is no longer pertinent. Come in and delete your comment. After a certain amount of time that has yet to be determined, probably 6 weeks or so, we will start purging these individual environments from the comments, just because once we have a certain number of items in here, we have to reset in order to continue posting. So probably after a 6-week period of time, you can expect to start seeing things disappear from these menus. Excuse me while I sip a bit of water. Okay, so going back now to our main menu, that's an explanation of our new Exchange Board and how it will be used. The Library tab, again, is fairly self-explanatory. This is a place where we will be uploading relative data, anything that's going to need to be archived permanently or for the foreseeable future, we will put here. And as I said in the beginning of our conversation, this website is going to be fluid. It will be changing all the time. So we will be adding and removing things from some of these menus as we continue to build this platform and develop it so that it continues to be a resource and it's easily navigatable. Here, if I click on Shoe Renew, this is an example of how we can view videos within this environment. It's very simple. Before, when you logged into the Footnet, you would have to actually download a video or wait for it to upload for you. Here, you can view it in real time directly from the platform with no downloading needed, so there's no extreme use of data on mobile devices or the use of space on personal devices the way there would have been in the past. And we accomplish this by actually developing a corporate Foot Solutions YouTube channel. You can also go to YouTube if you're ever looking for a video. Let's say you remember a video about in-store experience training from 5 years ago, which we know exists. You can now go to the channel on YouTube that we've developed strictly for these items and find those videos at any time and download them directly from YouTube. If, however, you are looking for a video, let's say a television commercial from the marketing section that was developed, we don't have anything in here, but for the sake of seeing it, we'll navigate there. You'll see I have coming soon written right there on the page. Once we start loading in these new videos, these new commercials, you will actually have the ability to go directly to the Footnet and view them within this environment. If you need them for a vendor, let's say you're running a television spot with your local cable access channel, you will still need to contact corporate for the native files of those videos so that they can be edited with your specific store information. These videos, in some cases, especially now with technology evolving as it has in high-definition television, are literally so large once they're converted that no application could ever properly host them. So unfortunately, you will still need to physically contact us if you need video for broadcast purposes. And finally, contacts. Again, it's fairly self-explanatory. You'll have access to the staff directory, franchisee directory, our corporate internal organization chart, as well as our vendor contacts for both the core products and the secondary products. There is also integrated into the site a search feature. Very simply, you enter a search term or a keyword. Let's say that you recall a post somewhere on the Footnet about a franchisee wanting to sell a store display, but you don't remember who it was or where it was. You can search store display for sale, and the Footnet will actually search through the entire catalog and content for you and find that news story if it still exists. Doesn't most likely that means that the display has already been sold or gotten rid of. So that's a very brief 30,000 mile overview of 30,000 feet overview of what the new Footnet is going to look like and how it is going to be navigated. Again, we are slowly and methodically migrating information from the current version of the Footnet over to the new platform, our goal being to only post on this new version the most relevant and important content that's available. For the foreseeable future, again, we will not be taking down the current version of the Footnet. You will still have access the same way that you always have. If you run across something that you simply can't find in either place, please go to the help desk on the new Footnet, open a support ticket, let us know what you're looking for, and one of us will find it for you or help you find it. I also want to talk just a brief moment about forums, because I know that's a question on everyone's mind. So I wanted to discuss the way in which we're going to handle that moving forward. We've decided that what we really should develop here is an environment for you as franchisees where you can go and freely and openly communicate amongst yourselves when you have concerns or issues or whatnot that isn't on the Footnet forum itself. So what we've decided to do is to integrate for you a private chat room that only Foot Solutions franchisees will have access to, that gives you an environment where you can discuss anything that you decide to discuss, and we will somehow be tying that back to the Footnet, either with a link, but it will be an outside website chat room hosted somewhere off-site. We're developing that right now with Chris Nedza at Zizor, and Bernie Hody in Canada is assisting us with that process as well. So I'm going to open the floor to questions. I know this was a very quick run-through and overview, but I think that you would agree this is This is fairly elementary and straightforward, and if you run across any questions or issues in the future, feel free to give us a quick call or shoot us an email, or you're always welcome to use that help desk feature if you wish. If it's a quick question related to, I've locked myself out, I need a new password, where can I find this, or, if it's a quick item, you feel free to send us an email. If it's something that requires tracking, something that would command a more in-depth approach, please use the help desk feature. So with that said, I'm going to open the floor to questions or comments. Let us know what you've got. Anybody?
Yeah, hi Mike, this is Dan Jones out here in Aurora, Colorado.
Hey Dan, how are you?
Very good, very good. I think this is a terrific step forward from what we've had. What we've had before was pretty extensive, and it was really hard to navigate. This looks good. It will really help speed things up. The question I have is related to the previous Infonet. There seems to be a lacking of materials. I know all of us do a variety of different marketing, mailings, and so forth, and just to try to get images, for example, lifestyle images,
sure,
footwear. You go on this website, you see Atrex, Akiishi, and that's about it. As far as various things you're looking for. For the other major brands like Comfort, Mail, Brooks, etc. Will those be on there?
They will. Where you're going to find those is under logos and graphics.
Okay.
If let's say you're looking for a lifestyle image or a product image, please keep in mind that there are literally thousands upon thousands of those images output regularly by our vendors. So it would really be impossible for us to host every single image within the environment. But what we will do is we will make a selection of probably the top 20, 30, maybe even more lifestyle images, the most commonly used product images, and then anything we develop internally as far as creative content is concerned. We will post a news announcement on the homepage about a new creative version being available, and then we are working with another vendor to give us a similar option to what M2M currently provides, which we all know doesn't work as well as it should, that will actually host new creative that we produce internally. And again, you will have links to that environment through the new Footnet. We haven't started developing that yet because, in trying to eat the biggest part of the elephant first, for lack of a way of saying it, we wanted to make sure that we got the core information loaded into the Footnet before we started handling some of those other things. But definitely we will be doing that for you guys. It's very important for you to have access to logos and graphics, and to be able to see what creative is developed and is out there for use. Because I agree with you, it's not currently easy enough. Get it?
Well, that's terrific. Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? Okay. So when you have time, guys, navigate to footnet.solutions. Begin the process for setting up your credentials, and we will get you approved and into the new Footnet as quickly as possible so that you can begin on your own time playing around with it and looking through it. And again, please, 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 if you find something that can be done better, if you find something that just doesn't make sense, if there's an item missing that is of particular importance to the franchisees that we've overlooked, let us know about it. Our goal here is to create a tool for you that is not only easier to use and navigate than the previous version of the Footnet, but that is comprehensive and that has everything you need to do your job as a franchisee and store manager without having to spend your whole day tracking down someone at corporate to find it for you. This is a tool strictly to improve the quality of your business and your lives. So if we don't have any other questions, we will call it a day. And again, I invite you to contact us with your questions and comments. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mike.
Well,
Thank you.